found my plate of treats back there from volleyball, so I'm pretty excited about it. Let's see. First off, I want to thank Carrie Ramsey for running the tournament. Thing doesn't run without her. So had to step up, and we had a couple-hour delay. Track wrestling went down, so then we kind of went back the old-fashioned way. I want to thank her and Jen Hare for the work that they did on Saturday, because that tournament does not get run without them. So I want to make sure that we appreciate them, and then our guys did a lot of work too on the tables. So I know a little bit of a frustrating day, but it's the same for everybody. So the fans that came out too, we want to thank you for sticking with it. I know an open tournament sometimes hard to follow, but the fans that stayed till the end, we appreciate it and appreciate the support, and look forward to seeing everyone out to the West Gym on Sunday when we wrestle Cornell. And just looking at last year's duel Cornell, I forgot I tried to race that one because it was 30-10 for Cornell. Wasn't a great duel for us. So kind of I tried to forget that one. Now I see that score again and remember it, and so we got a little payback for those guys. Got a good week coming up with finals, and I know we'll be ready to wrestle on Sunday. As far as who wrestled in the tournament, he saw Alber won the tournament. The thing I like, a fifth-year senior, we really gave him the option if they wanted to wrestle or not, and he wanted to wrestle. He wanted to go out and compete. He wants to go out and every opportunity that he gets to get in front of the fans and wear that UNI singlet, he's going to take it. So love it. Love how he competed incredibly hard. Kind of what I kind of liken it to is, very focused with an edge though. And when you're focused with an edge, and really composed too. I mean, composed, focused, whatever you want to call it, but he had an edge to him. And that's a good thing. When Alber's wrestling with an edge, it's really good for us. And like how he competed, man, didn't give guys anything, any position. He made guys earn every single position. And I think he felt good about the weekend and really, I think, made a jump from the weekend before. And it's nothing that's physical. I mean, that's the thing is, like, sometimes guys think, well, from week to week things can change. Match to match things can change. A lot's just where your focus is at and what you get back to, and getting back to just, hey, I'm going to go back to the things that I can really control. I'm going to go out in a fight and battle, and I'm going to really enjoy getting my opportunity to go compete and not put this extra pressure on me. And man, really like how he competed and how he led that team, winning the tournament. Max and Yant got second. Thomsen's still coming back, working back from an injury, and sometimes as a coach, you have to make calls what you feel is going to be the best thing for them moving forward. And he didn't need to wrestle another match. That was my call, 100%, and the right call. Yant made the finals. Got beat up a little bit in the finals, and the thing is, if you're going to be a great competitor, when a guy kind of starts to get a roll going, they start to get momentum, they start to kind of steamroll you a little bit, you have to learn how to be able to change that. You have to learn how to be able to stop that momentum that guy gets. And you have to be able to do it in the practice room too. So a lot of these things that we see that happen, it's not like they just happen in competition. They're happening in the practice room. So being able to address that in the practice room, and when that snowball gets bigger and bigger and bigger, and all of a sudden it's an avalanche, being able to halt that. And great competitors are able to do that, and he's still got some work to do, but liked what I saw out of him getting to the finals. And he's continuing to get better. He's putting a lot of work in. We had 3 guys get third, Biscaglia, Bennett, Skidlarzik, and it's always important to come back from a loss. Really critical for us as coaches to see how guys rebound when they do lose a match, because it's going to happen sometimes. Obviously, we'd love for every one of these guys to go undefeated their whole careers, but not always going to happen. So how they respond to a loss, how they come back, and how they're able to refocus shows us a lot about the kind of competitor they are, but also that they're able to see the bigger picture. That, hey man, I might have lost a match. It's not the end of the world. I'm gonna improve from this and get better. And Biscaglia is a guy who lost a couple matches his first tournament, but he's only gotten better. I mean, he's beat those guys now. The guys that he lost to, he's beat them, and he's beat them handily. So it just tells you a little bit with the adjustments you can make, the focus and effort, and him being ready, man. He's putting a lot of work in. Really like how he's competing. Bennett and Skidlarzik, Both guys won tough matches to get into that third place match. They were both dinged up, so they didn't wrestle that match. Like I said, sometimes you have to be smart when we're in December. That sometimes those matches aren't worth it. Let's see, Blockus had won his first 3 tournaments, and lost a match, and responded. Was able to win a match, was beat up a little bit, and went out and wrestled the third and fourth place match. Really not being able to attack like he wanted to, and sometimes that happens. Sometimes you have to be able to perform, not being 100%. So, yeah, I mean, you see a lot out of guys. You see a lot of these situations, and you put them in this situation so we can learn and we can get information. But then more than anything, they can learn something about themselves, and we can go back and we get that on film and like, okay, man, we can pinpoint some things and continue to get better. But like how he competed, we had 2 guys get 6th in that tournament, Laura and Gordon, and both had some tough competitors in their weight classes. A lot of Division I guys, probably the most Division I and a little bit higher level guys that some of our young guys had seen, but responded well. Looking forward to having these guys get their finals done. We'll get some work in this week. We have Cornell on Sunday. Before that meet, we do have a clinic before that's going to support Aiden Williams. All the proceeds are going to go to that. The clinic starts, check-ins 11:30 to 12. The clinic itself is 12 to 1, and then the meet will be at 2. You won't have to leave. If you can get your sheets in early, it helps us get a count as far as T-shirts and all that stuff. So we'd love to have a packed house there. I know some people have given straight donations, and we appreciate it. Some people have given donations so kids can come to the clinic because, obviously some kids don't have $25. So anybody that wants to give, contact Brett Robbins, and he'll take care of everything. So I'd love to see a packed house there for that. But more than anything, like to see a packed house for that meet, and welcome Rob Cole back. His dad was a multi-time national champion here, war hero, coach here, and a legend of our sport. So come back and welcome him too. But we don't want to be too nice to him or to his team. They haven't had a full squad yet. I guarantee you they'll have as close to a full squad as they can get for this meet. I know that for sure. I know they'll have their 141-pounder was a national champion last year. Didn't wrestle at Vegas. I had wrestled the week before, so I know he'll be here. And I'm sure there'll be some other guys that are out of their lineup that have been out of their lineup. But I'm sure they're going to try to get those guys back and ready for this duel. So duel starts at 2. Certainly love a packed house because it does make a difference, man. It's a fun atmosphere, and our guys are really looking forward to it. And we only get 5 opportunities. You're as a fan, you're only going to get 5 opportunities to see this team, these individuals in the West Gym. So let's make that place loud, hot, and rowdy, and be ready to roll. But on that lineup, I can't 100% tell you because we got some dings. But we're going to try to have our full lineup ready to roll on Sunday. Anything else?